Last episode was an exciting one as Archie Hall clinched 3 points against rivals Fulham, and we stay just clear of the relegation zone. Hey, welcome back. Respect to Jeff here for Season 5, Episode 8 in this West Ham career. This is a huge episode, guys. We have 2 games before we hit the January transfer window and start to bring in replacements for our back line. James Tomkins moving on, and so is Regan Poole, so we'll need at least one center back to come in and fill those spots. But like I said, we got to take on these 2 games first. Guys, as always, if you've been enjoying this series, please consider subscribing to the channel. It helps out a lot, and we will move on with the seasons here. So it's Aston Villa up next, relegation rivals. So this is a huge occasion for us, and let's get to it. Alright, well, this is a huge match for both teams involved here. 1 point separates us both, and actually 1 point separates both of us from the relegation zone as well, so this match is going to be so important. Linking up well with Oksabanovic, sneaks through Archie Hall. Can this be an early chance for us? Off the post, so unlucky. Some good early plays here from us, not too many clear-cut chances aside from that Archie Hall one early on that was off the post. Curled into the back post now, it's Aston Villa who pull in front 1-0. They take the lead over us. This is really rough stuff from us. The back line once again leaking goals. Thought we'd been the better team until that moment, but Aston Villa starting to build up a bit of pressure here and again find the back of the net, but it is offsides. We get away with that one. It was very close. Aston Villa really pushing on here. Desperate for a result, but so are we. Hugo yanked down, no call given, flies into the challenge. Oksabanovic, play does continue though. Douglas Luiz just can't get to that through ball, too slow. Coming into the second half, Aston Villa through ball. Deganek out there to cover. Outstanding challenge. Wins the ball and does it in some fashion too. Springs the team on a dangerous counterattack. Douglas Luiz forwards, Hugo. What can he do here? Driven back, good hold up play. But unfortunately, no one was making the run through. Baldock. Now he finds the man, Grady Diangana, puts in an early cross, not too bad. Cleared away by the Aston Villa center back though, back at the top of the box. Baldock, Douglas Luiz, Archie Hall, cuts inside, has a go, blocked by the defender, and it settles at the goalkeeper's hands. Jordan Hugo lays it off, Alexander the substitute, just waiting for that run, and he does so really well. Hugo, oh no, just can't get that final touch on the ball, and that's it. Aston Villa see us out for 3 points, 1-0, the game ends. We had a lot of chances, we just did not capitalize. That's poor from the team. Aston Villa take 3 points, and things are not looking good for us towards the bottom of the table here. Hopefully that result doesn't hurt us too much. We still got plenty of season left to play, but that was a must-win match for us, I gotta say. And now we move on. Alright, so unfortunately that result sees us level with Fulham and Burnley, sitting in joint 18th position right now. One of our youth players wants out in the meantime, and it's Jay Gordson, brother of Carson Gordson, who we did bring through the academy last season, the young American. Why not? We don't have too many promising gems in the academy at the moment. So I gave him a new face and kind of a new look to match his brother a bit more. Jay Gordson, 60 overall, 5-star weak foot, and I think he actually could shape up to be a really solid player for us. Vision and passing stats in the 70s, pretty composed on the ball too. Not the most physical, not the most technical aside from his passing either, but he's got plenty of chance to grow into more of that kind of role. Actually, let's go ahead and take a look at his brother while we're at it. Carson Gordson has been out on loan for those of you who do remember, but he's growing at a pretty good rate. He's up 3 overall this season, up to 68. If he continues to grow like that, he actually maybe could come back into the team next season, and I do have pretty high expectations for him in the future if he continues to grow at that kind of rate. So an offer coming in here for Felix Nemecha. Ajax want our player. I'm gonna reject it, but you know, he just isn't getting too many minutes for us, and if he does get unsettled, we might have to move the guy on. We have his brother Lucas, which is why I wanted him in the team, but Oksabanovic is just always going to start over him at attacking mid right now. Next up, it's Port Vale in the FA Cup. They're sitting in League 1 right now. We actually played with them in League 2 in our first season, for those of you who were watching all the way back then. If there's going to be any strengths for this team, it's got to be their center defenders. They're both pretty solid, but like I said, not the best team overall. Overall, it's a very weak squad. So a ton of rotation here. Holland, Alexander, Green up top. And then in the middle, we are going to put in Mark Noble. And while we're at it, let's give Gordson a shot. Just promoted from the academy. If he's going to play against any kind of team, it's got to be this game. Cabrera gets some minutes at right back as well. He's done really well this season. He'll start pushing for a starting 11 spot as Baldock gets up there with age. So for now, we take on Port Vale. This will definitely be an expected win for us. I think anything less would be a disappointment. All right, here we go. London Stadium for the FA Cup. We got a pretty easy draw here in the first round that we're playing. Nothing comes of that play, though. Gordon again picking out Haaland. Tricky footwork into the box. Nathan Haaland desperate to make an impression. He's been mostly on the bench or in the reserves this season, but I think as the season goes on, Diangana's just not been impressive, so Haaland's going to have an opportunity to come in here. Oh, but how about this from Alejandro Cabrera getting forward from right back and scores the opening goal of the game. Fantastic stuff. Well, I was just talking before the game about what an important player he's starting to become, and he goes and does that all the way from right back, gets forward. Really good finish at the end of the move, too. He is a fantastic overall player. I'm having a little bit of a hard time figuring out where he fits in. He's technically a defensive mid, but he can do everything. He's physical, he's technical, he can defend well, so he just has been shoehorned in at right back, but we'll see how long that lasts. He could be the future of our midfield as well if he keeps up his good form. Mark Noble, wide for Green. Oh, beats his man. Only just keeps a hold of it. Still going. Green so tricky on the ball. Play continues for us. Felix Nemecha waiting for the run. Jay Gordson looking to sneak it through, and he does so. Lance Alexander one-on-one with the keeper, and he makes a save with his feet. Lance Alexander just not good enough. Good run, but he couldn't quite finish the move off. Cabrera now, dangerous crossing position. Patient play, though. Lays it off. Green chips it up. Back to the top of the box. Alexander settles. Pressure continuing to mount here. Jay Gordson lining up off the post. What a goal that would have been. Gordson having a good game so far. He snuck that ball through for Alexander, and then that was so close from distance there. Quick look at that replay. Just absolutely fires it. Goalkeeper was not getting to that. Just unfortunately didn't quite have the accuracy on it. Second half here, Port Vale coming forwards. Outside the box, and how about that for a rocket? They draw level, Port Vale. Fantastic strike. That is world class. Would not expect it from a player of his caliber. Just hits it so well. That was the strike that Jay Gordson probably wanted to score in the first half for us. And hopefully things don't hold this way. We got to find another goal. Anything but a win is absolutely unacceptable in this game. Back post, Mark Noble scores a goal. It's 2-1 West Ham. It's the captain coming back into the team, and he's actually playing a pretty important role for us this season. He's been mostly coming off the bench and making appearances when the rest of the squad is tired, but his quality, getting us goals and assists when it counts the most, really good finish. Sneaks it right past the goalkeeper with the inside of his foot. Port Vale, though, Potter in the box. Bennett makes a great block, and again it's laid up to the back post. That was so close. Oh, Motson with a mistake, though, gives it away. Port Vale in the box for two. Another mistake at the back. And Port Vale once again get the equalizer. Well, this game's been a lot more competitive than I was giving them credit for before the game. That's a really poor mistake there from Motson, trying to play it through on the counter, given straight back away, and it's in the back of our net. Jay Gordson, decent first appearance for us, but we need more firepower up top. I'm giving Afolayan the chance at striker alongside Alexander. Let's see if one of these two can grab a goal here. Alexander waiting for the run through. No one quite making it. Afolayan gets the ball, though, taking his man on, showing some hunger right away. Cutting inside here. Still going. And still, Afolayan blocked by the defender. Not bad at all. Well, he's hungry to impress here. He's been with us since day one, 5 seasons with the club, and just hasn't had too much of an extended run here. Hopefully he can start to impress. Ed Green cutting inside. Oh, how about that for a goal? 3-2, West Ham take the lead once again, and it's that man, Ed Green, having an absolutely outstanding season so far. He just takes on his man, makes it look so easy time and time again. Really good finish at the end of that, too. All right, substitution time now. It's James Tomkins coming on for a final appearance for the club before he makes his move to China in the January window here. Really good career from him. 385 appearances over 13 seasons. I know he hasn't been the biggest player for us this season, but what an important player he's been for the club over its history. Over the top, looking for Afolayan, and it's punched away by the goalkeeper. Not far off at all, and Ed Green saved with the feet again. Third chance goes missing. That was not far off at all. Afolayan actually a bit of a threat up top, and again, Felix Nemecha straight into the goalkeeper. Well, that should have been our fourth for sure, but it doesn't matter. We get away with the win regardless. 3-2, a lot closer than I would have expected, but we still do get the win. That's the important part. We're going on to the next round, and we keep up our form. Well done from the whole team, and we move on. All right, well, a break in game action here. It is finally time. The January transfer window is upon us, and it's time to make some signings. We've been offered a manager role at Frankfurt. Not going to happen, though. And look at that, guys. Deganek is out with a torn hamstring for 6 weeks. Our center back troubles go from bad to worse. For those of you who don't remember, James Tomkins and Reagan Poole have both moved on in January, and that leaves us with only 3 senior center backs, one of which is injured, so we need at least one to come back into the fold. That's for sure. So we need an immediate signing here. Deganek will have to be subbed out for the time being, but who do we sign as a replacement for the outgoing James Tomkins? Well, that's the question. I got a couple people shortlisted here, but ultimately it comes down to Christopher Ayara of Sheffield United. We played him a couple times last season, and the guy was an absolute beast. He's got a pretty reasonable release clause in there, 80 overall. We get the deal done. Fantastic business from the team, and now we've got our star signing at center back. Well, at 6'5", he's extremely tall, great in the air, and very strong. He's the kind of rough and tumble defender that we need to be alongside Deganek when he's back and fit. 80 overall, 82 potential, and at 25 years of age, he still has some time to grow for sure. So we slip him into the starting 11 alongside Callens here, Bennett on the bench, and Deganek in the reserves until he recovers. So we're back to having 4 capable center backs at least. Garmston can still play there, even though we've been playing him on the left too. So I think we've got adequate cover for the time being, but the business is not done yet. We still need a center mid after Josh Cullen left late in the summer window. And I had a couple options here. I probably would have liked to go for someone a little higher profile, but with only, 13 million left to spend, the most affordable and reasonable for what we need here was Thiago Santos, Brazilian friend of Douglas Costa, so we'd have that connection in the center of the pitch. He has a release clause for 10 million, so it's within our budget here, and we actually end up getting him signed to a sporadic role in the team, so he won't expect too much in terms of playing time, but he could be a very important player for us. Now, in terms of his playing style, he's a very good defender. He's got high defensive stats. He's on the shorter end, though, so he'll be kind of a tenacious ball winner in the midfield for us. 73 overall with 83 potential, 19 years of age. So he's definitely one who could be a star for the team if he takes his chances here. I see him as kind of a rotation option for Douglas Luiz in that farther back position in midfield. Maybe Archie Hall as well. He'll be rotating in with those two depending on who needs a bit of rest. And we also have options like Felix Nemecha, still able to come off the bench and either drop deep or fill in for Haksabanovic. Alright, so 2 new signings and we're in just under our budget, so things are all going according to plan for now, but we sit on 20 points level with Burnley and Fulham in that 18th place position, so we're ahead of them on goal difference for now, but every point matters, and it is going to come down to the wire if the season goes on like this. So we're rotating a bit for our next game against Brighton. Let's see which players can get out there and impress us. We stick with the 4-3-3, and hopefully it works out for us this time around. Alright, well, 2 new signings for the team, but only one of them features in the team tonight. It's Christopher Ayara at center back in that back line with Deganek out injured. It's Callens alongside him. Thiago Santos doesn't make the bench for this one. We need a little bit of time to work him into the squad, see where he fits best. For now, it's Archie Hall alongside Douglas Luiz farther back in our midfield, and I gotta say, the Academy youngster has deserved every minute he's gotten since play has picked back up here. There he is winning the ball back, but Brighton putting a lot of pressure on us here. Cross to the back post, headed away only just by Baldock, and it's out. Brighton with a much better start to the game than us. We've barely touched the ball so far, and we just can't seem to get it away. Douglas Luiz beaten by his man, a dangerous cross coming in, cleared away by Callens. Pressure continues to mount though. Cross coming into the back post. Ian Motson heads away. Haksabanovic chests it down. Can we get a chance of our own here? It's Archie Hall charging down the middle of the pitch. We're getting used to seeing that. Hugo lays it off. Douglas Luiz getting forward, waiting for that run through. Nathan Holland makes it. Can he get on the end of this? Yes, cutting back inside. Lays it off for Hugo. Not too far off. Good run. Just couldn't quite find him with the pass. A couple good opportunities for both teams. Neither team able to break the deadlock. Fantastic cross coming in, and on the end of it, in the back of the net, Brighton go ahead. That's poor defending from us. That is a really fantastic ball in behind that. It curled between our right back and center back. Just couldn't mark the end of that. Fantastic run from the striker too. Yeah, to be perfectly honest, after looking at that clip, that's a really, really quality ball in. I'm not sure what we can do against that. But our defensive woes continue, conceding another goal here despite the new signing of Ayara. Might take him a little bit of time to work his way into the team. Brighton scored 2, double their lead just after halftime, and things continue to get worse for us. It's Motson making another mistake there. He's been a little suspect at left back since signing. I do like him going forwards, but if he continues to give the ball away on that side, we're probably going to have to see what else we can do. So 3 subs coming on with about half an hour left. Can one of these players make a difference? Felix Nemecha and Alexander pushing up top alongside Hugo. Someone's got to find a goal here for us, and we got 2 to make up if we even want a point out of this game. Haksabanovic. It's forwards now, Hugo. Nemecha looking to beat his man. That's poor. But he wins the ball back, stays on it. Well done. Yanked down. No foul given. Out for a corner. This play's been really sloppy so far. We just can't get quite too much going up top. Conti Puts in another fantastic ball over the top. Callens can't get there. Luckily, the striker can't get a clean hit on it, but he's ripping us to shreds, the right back. Conti is such a fantastic crosser of the ball. He's the one who set up that first goal, and he almost set up another 2 or 3 over the course of the game. He might be one that I keep an eye on for the future, but we have to start winning games if we want any polling power. Right now, we're looking to go down. 3 points dropped for us, 3 points given to Brighton, and things are not looking good for this team. Callens just not up to speed in that back line. He does well to cut out balls, but he's just so slow. He can't quite get to crosses that come in through. And Ian Matson making a lot of mistakes at left back. Don't want to single too many players out. I think it's more of a system thing. We just need to defend in numbers, I think. We got to do better. All right, well, unfortunately, that loss leaves us still tied on 18th. Fulham do have the worst goal differential, so they're below us for now, but we're still level on 20 points. Joelle Harris, our Youth Academy center back, is back from loan. He's gone up 3 overall at 64. Not a bad option. I don't think he's going to get any minutes here, but maybe he'll stick around for depth until the end of the year, just in case. All right, well, back to game time, though, and it's Chelsea up next. Comes at kind of a bad time for us. We're on a bad run of form. We need to step it up. So here's the Chelsea lineup. They got Pulisic up top alongside Jovic and Di Maria, who's still starting for them, despite having some better players on the bench. They have an excellent midfield. Kovacic and Bakayoko have been in fantastic form and a really solid-looking backline. Diop still starting for them, the ex-West Ham player. Reece James at right back has been an absolute monster as of late. Kepa still with them in this save, so we'll see how he holds up against us. We're going with our 5-3-2. It's worked for big teams in the past, and hopefully we can pull a result here. We really need it at this point in the season. Things not looking good for us, and we are within legitimate danger of falling into a relegation spot. With not that much of the season left to go comparatively either, it's really important that we start getting wins here. It's going to be Alexander and Nemecha up top this time around. Hugo just hasn't quite been up to it recently. I won't bench him long term, but I think for this game, Alexander and Nemecha, their pace will just be a little more effective on the counterattack. All right, so with that said, everything has to go according to plan for this match. Let's get to it. All right, we take on Chelsea away at Stamford Bridge. It's going to be a tough one for sure. We desperately need the points. But with them gunning for first place, and quite frankly, a much better team than us, it's going to be a very difficult ask. Archie Hall doing well to win the ball back. It's been such a force in midfield for us. Maybe not technically the best player in our squad, but he does so well to show some heart and get on the end of those. Ian Matson, Alexander, trying to play through a ball there, holds onto it too long, gives it away. Chelsea headed in our direction. We need to do better than that if we want a shot. Cracking that Chelsea back line. Fabian, Bakayoko, forwards for Jovic, Kovacic. Oh no, beats 2 men in the back line. It's in the back of the net. Chelsea go in front. What a goal from Mateo Kovacic. Slices through both of our center backs. Just makes it look so easy. Fantastic footwork there. We had the numbers to cover. Gotta say, Ayara has to do better there. Gets absolutely skinned in the box. He blows by us. That's a fantastic goal from the Chelsea midfielder. Really bad for us, though, and it could get worse. Jovic has a shot at goal. Dahlberg sees it out, but 15 minutes in, some huge chances in from Chelsea. It could easily be more than that 1 goal up. Haksabanovic does really well to win the ball back off the corner. And it's forwards now. Lucas Nemecha, it's a 2-on-1. Lays it off Alexander. Waiting to continue the run, and again, Alexander's been poor. Gives the ball away. Second time there on a crucial opportunity for us, and now Chelsea headed back in our direction. We haven't had too much of a look in their half so far. Kovacic on the wing. Oh, still going, just makes it look easy against Bennett. Puts it in the box. It's a second for Chelsea. Well, this game just not turning out our way, and Chelsea showing absolute class going forwards. We just can't keep up with them. Garmston getting it forwards now. And again, just getting pinned back by Chelsea. Dahlberg with the clearance, terrible one, straight back in. It's Jovic in the box. It's just too easy for Chelsea. 3-0. And it looks to be game over before halftime even. We have to turn things around really quick if we want to even salvage a point out of this game. Archie Hall forwards. Lucas Nemecha, touch into the box, still going. And he just can't get the shot off and make the most of that opportunity. Again, chance calls missing from us. And with that, we take it to halftime. 3 goals down. We kick off the second half here. We switch to a 4-3-3 and also bring on Ed Green for a little bit of creativity going their way. Let's see if that works out. Haksabanovic playing out on the wing. He does well to take on Gaia. Still going somehow. He's still going. Haksabanovic, can he put a ball in? Yes! Lovely ball, but Nemecha just couldn't get there on time. A little too late on the run. Douglas Luiz. Haksabanovic again, looking for a way through. No one on the end of it. Douglas Luiz. That's Alexander. Plays it back in. Ed Green in the box, one-on-one with the keeper, and he looks to send it to the back post again. Can't find the feet. Metcher running in behind there, and another opportunity. Fails to convert for us. Ed Green in the box. Douglas Luiz still going, and he pulls one back. 3-1. Douglas Luiz grabs a goal, and Ed Green at the center of it. Once again, he is so crucial to us going forwards. The only bit of creativity we've had so far in this game, and he's made a couple chances already since coming on. All getting beaten there. It's Bennett on the wing with Pulisic cutting inside. Puts a ball to the back post. Surely not a fourth. And it's kicked back in our direction. It is a fourth. Chelsea running rampant, and that's certainly game for us. We're just a mess in defense. Garmston heads it to nowhere in particular, and it's biked back before Dahlberg can get his hands on it. 4 fantastic Chelsea goals, but made to look even better by the quality of our defending. Green getting forwards again, for what surely would only be a consolation goal. Still going, lays it off. Alexander looks to send the keeper the other direction, but he can't quite finish it off. And again, Green in the center. He's had so much space. He finds the space rather. Really clever player. Douglas Luiz forwards with Alexander. Can he take his man on? Yes. Fantastic strength to hold him off. Still going. Alexander saved by the feet of Kepa. Well, we're just not up for the challenge out here. Chelsea take us down with ease. 4-1. 3 points dropped again. Things looking really, really bad for us this season. Depending on results elsewhere, that could see us slip into relegation territory. We got to dig ourselves out, that's for sure. We got to get our heads back in this season because we've been doing terrible. Well, Felix Nemetcher getting his head turned by many offers coming in for him. This time, AFC Bournemouth put an offer in, and he wants to stay in the Premier League and have a guaranteed starting spot. So he's interested in the deal. He wants the move. So we're going to have to see if we can negotiate with Bournemouth here. We just haven't given him the minutes that he's asking for in the team so far. He's been unhappy with his lack of playing time. One of the less important players in our midfield. I like him, but I just can't promise him game time over Haksabanovic. Fortunately, the deal does not go through with Bournemouth. They were a little stingy on the money, and they weren't up to our asking price. We're not going to get rid of a player that is fairly important for us unless we're getting some good money for it. So he sticks around, but let's consider that a warning. He will take his way out if we can't give him some more minutes for the rest of the season. Archie Hall getting a new haircut there as well. A new look for him. He's been a very important player for this squad, and he will probably continue to be for the foreseeable future here. So next up, it's Manchester United. Not easy. Again, really tough matchups for us in a row here at a time, I think, when we need a little bit of a break. We'll see what happens, though. Who knows? We've done it before. We could probably do it again. We'll take on Manchester United in search of a rare surprise win here. That will come next episode, though. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, please subscribe if you've been enjoying this series. Even if results have been tough recently, we will turn it around eventually, I promise, and we'll get this club back in order. So I'll be back soon with next episode, but until then, I'm Respect the Jeff, and I'll see you next time.